The Lost Inheritance. One morning, under the gray clouds that covered the city, a major event occurred at the mansion of the famous businessman, Kemal Kaya. Kemal Kaya had been one of the richest names in the country for years. However, one morning, his secret room, filled with valuable jewelry and antiques, was found unopened in his mansion. The security cameras in the house were also not working that morning. The police were the first to arrive at the scene. The task of solving the case was given to the experienced detective, Aishi Demir. Aishi had been working in her profession for many years and always kept her cool. However, things seemed complicated in this case, because this was not just a burglary, but also a crime that held the traces of Kemal Kaya's lost inheritance. The first clues Aishi decided to start by interviewing Kemal Kaya's wife, Selma Kaya. Selma was very panicked that morning and knew very little about the state of the house. However, Aishi found something odd in what the woman said. Selma was unusually nervous and anxious, but her behavior seemed so frantic that she didn't seem to care much about the seriousness of the situation. This didn't escape Aishi's attention. Furthermore, there was no sign of a disturbance in the secret room filled with Kemal Kaya's missing jewelry and antiques. Whoever had entered the room had only taken the valuable items, leaving the rest of the house untouched. From the first clues she gathered from Selma, Aishi turned her attention to Kemal Kaya's business circle. One of his closest employees mentioned that there had been a tense relationship between Kemal and his wife. However, the most intriguing information came from the name of one of Kemal's old friends, Hassan Yilmaz. Hassan had been missing for years, and there was very little information about him. Tracking down Hassan could be crucial in solving the case. The secret of Hassan Yilmaz Aishi deepened her investigation into Hassan's whereabouts. Hassan Yilmaz had once worked with Kemal Kaya, but their friendship ended due to a disagreement. Hassan had disappeared from the country and started living secretly. Aishi tried to gather more information by contacting some of Hassan's former colleagues. A few days later, an old acquaintance gave Aishi an address. The place where Hassan disappeared is an old mansion. Something might be there. Following the clue, Aishi headed to the mansion where Hassan had vanished. When she arrived, no one had lived there for a long time. However, there were traces of recent activity. Though the place was dusty, there was evidence that something had been moved recently. Aishi descended into the mansion's basement and found a big surprise in a hidden room. The truth comes to light. In the depths of the basement, there was an old security room and a secret passage. The passage was a place related to the breakdown of the business relationship between Kemal Kaya and Hassan Yilmaz, where everything had fallen apart. At the end of the passage, Aishi found a chest. It was the chest that contained the missing jewelry and valuable items. However, more surprisingly, inside the chest were documents related to Kemal Kaya's missing inheritance. At that moment, Aishi realized that the crime was not just a robbery, but a revenge plot. Years ago, Kemal Kaya had planned to steal his inheritance with Hassan instead of passing it on to his rightful heirs. With the clues she followed and the discovery of Hassan's plan to seize the inheritance, Aishi came to a conclusion. Hassan had threatened Kemal to take all of his inheritance for himself. However, Kemal had realized everything and decided to foil the plan. So, Selma's strange behavior that morning was because she had secretly agreed with Hassan to trap Kemal in the house. That morning, Selma had contacted Hassan and left Kemal alone in the house. Hassan had secretly waited in the back room and stolen the jewelry and antiques, but Kemal had noticed the plan and fought back. Kemal had hidden the stolen items in an effort to conceal the events, which ultimately drew Aishi's attention. The solution. Through her investigation, Aishi uncovered that Selma Kaya had been involved in the scheme, working with Hassan to steal from Kemal. On that morning, Selma had secretly contacted Hassan and left the house to let him take what he wanted, but Kemal had realized the plot and tried to stop him. The hidden inheritance documents were part of the plan to take everything for himself. Aishi managed to arrest both Hassan and Selma. They were charged with theft and conspiracy. Kemal Kaya's missing inheritance was legally transferred to the rightful heirs. Once again, Aishi Demir solved a complicated case with her calm and intelligence. However, this case had taught her a lesson. The darkest secrets of people can be hidden behind the brightest lights.